On Tuesday, I was holding her, and literally I was crying, literal tears that were falling onto her, praying and just talking to her like, I am so proud of the woman you're going to become, because just seeing her, literally I get teared up just thinking. I try not to control a lot of things in my life. I really do believe that everything's in God's hands, and try to just let go and let God. You're including a billboard truck and billboards. The 7 touch points to embed your message into people's subconscious. So when they think, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I want Panda Express. At the end of the day, 98% of people are not interesting enough to even have a book. You know what I mean?
How has now becoming a father changed the way you do business? Because now you have to juggle 2 things at once. I need to tell you guys something that's really close and personal to me. I wrote a book called A Dash She Deserves because becoming a father has completely changed my life. I need you guys to go ahead and check the link in my bio, because on Amazon, you can purchase my book today. You can get the hardcover or you can get the paperback. I'll be extremely grateful if you guys go ahead and show some support and copy your book today. Before we jump into today's conversation, I want to thank today's sponsor, Toto Marketing. If you're a business owner who is tired of being the best kept secret in your industry, Toto Marketing helps brands do one thing very well: be seen. From premium digital billboards, mobile billboard campaigns, to Google, Meta, YouTube, connected TV, and a complete Omni-Channel media buying, they help businesses create visibility needed to grow. Whether you're launching a local business, promoting an event, scaling your brand nationwide, Toto Marketing develops customized strategies designed to put your business in front of the right audience. Visit marketingtoto.com to learn more and tell them Legacy Over Everything sent you. Now, back to today's episode. Welcome back to the Legacy Over Everything podcast. I'm your host, Adam Miles, and we got another banger. One of my favorite things about this platform is that we don't just document people's journeys. We are not just one moment in time. Today, our guest is someone who's been on the show before, and since our last conversation, life has continued to evolve. His daughter is growing, his business is expanding, and our vision on building our community through Rise and Connect is continuously growing. So today, we're talking about fatherhood, entrepreneurship, leadership, personal growth, and what it really looks like to evolve as a man. Danny, we got so much to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, well, I actually haven't seen, when was the last time I seen you? Since our last,
Nah.
no, the event. No, your birthday.
No, you're tripping. My birthday was 7 months ago. We filmed 3 months ago, 4 months ago, because my daughter was already born.
What was the thing that we did for? Oh, the XS.
Oh, yes,
the award,
the XS award. Yeah. Okay. I be forgetting about that stuff.
I love when you do stuff like that. But first of all, I want to ask you, how do you even get awarded these things?
I think it's about positioning, at the end of the day. I think staying top of mind. People think about me when they think about somebody that's deserving, I guess.
Is it because you're always out shaking hands or like?
Yeah, I think it's shaking hands.
Media?
I think a big part of it is serving, I think you serve people and it comes back tenfold.
That's facts.
I try to serve people. I try to show love and reciprocate the energy that I want in my life, that I want given. I try to give to other people. And I think in turn, it gets reciprocated, and people think about me when they think about people that are that are deserving of certain accolades or whatever, And also just doing the damn thing.
Bro, that's facts, bro. And that's one thing you're good at, bro, is doing the fucking thing. So since the last time our audience has seen you, what has changed most?
My baby girl.
Yeah, bro.
She grows every damn day.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
You were going through it the last time you were on the pod.
I still am. It's a war. It's a battle.
It's a battle.
Fucking war zone, bro. Still am. I got trial court is in 2 months.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but other than that, as far as like my business, as far as Toto Marketing side of things, I would say we made a really, really big pivot recently, right?
Okay.
I've always been somebody that wanted to provide as much value as possible for my existing and future clients, right?
Right.
That mindset is what helped Toto grow from what it began as to what it was a couple months ago, right? And that's what made us take the necessary step forward to what we are now, which Toto Marketing is now a full omni-channel media buying agency.
Ooh.
So let's just...
We got to talk about it because I'm not that
Yes.
smart, bro.
Yeah. No, I got you. It's education time. No. So, we're a full-on media buying agency, top to bottom, right?
Okay.
So what that means is a client can come to us and, we are not just doing the outdoor advertising. We're doing Meta ads. We're running Google ads.
Nice.
We're running CTV ads, which for those of you that don't know, CTV are like the commercials you see when you're watching Hulu, Amazon Prime, or Amazon Video,
Because I've
HBO.
seen local companies pop up on Hulu.
Yes.
I'm like, what? Wait,
yes.
what?
Yeah, they're probably from me.
CTV, CTV. That's
No,
dope.
Just the whole shebang, everything that falls, even event strategizing, everything that falls under the marketing umbrella,
right?
as far as ad spend wise, we are handling. And we decided to make that pivot, and it just felt like the natural next step.
Right.
Because as I said, I just have always wanted to provide as much value as possible to my existing and future clients, right?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? If our catchphrase is be seen, I want to make sure our clients are really seen.
Right.
Not just in the outside world, on their phones where people live, people spend a third of their time, 40% of their time nowadays too, I know every time I look at my screen time at the end of the week, I'm like, God damn.
Right, literally.
You know what I mean?
What was I doing?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. But, I just want to provide as much value as possible. And, that's why we did that, why we took the pivot towards becoming a full-on media buying agency.
That's amazing. Yeah, because Toto Marketing was originally very much outdoor media. That was digital billboards, billboard trucks, digital backpacks that promoted your brand. I know you were big in events as well, so always kept that in your back pocket. Now, you adding on this whole digital marketing aspect of your business, is the team growing? Is it?
The team is definitely growing. It's not a one-man show, and no great company is.
Right.
I have, I am very, very proficient in any kind of media buying, no matter what. I've built all the best relationships you possibly can in the USA in order to get the best deals for my clients, especially in the outdoor space, but overall. But, specialists are specialists for a reason. So I have assembled a team of Avengers, a team of just the best of the best in their crafts, and they're committed to the Toto vision, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them, So my clients, can rest assured knowing that I'm not burning myself out trying to make their campaigns happen. We are strategically placing the best specialists at each avenue of advertising buying to make sure that their campaigns are seen to the utmost potential.
Yeah, I love that. And I love seeing you on social media because it's always you and your daughter and you working at the same time. So I remember you saying like you wanted to be that guy that had the baby in one hand and the laptop in the other.
Oh, dude, I'd be going in. No, what's funny is she wanted to work already.
Yeah.
Dude. She turned 6 months in like 8 days. And anytime, we're chilling, we were just chilling, watching Treasure Planet. I had my laptop in front of me. She always leans forward and is smacking the laptop keyboard, just ready. She's just ready to get to it already, man.
Dude, that's so fun. All right, so being that you've had Toto Marketing, Toto ENT for how many years has it been?
Since 2020, so six years.
6 years.
We're going on 6 years and 3-4 months. Yeah.
What is the lesson that you've learned as a leader building this company, bro? Because you're successful, bro, especially here in Vegas. So many people know you. You're getting accolades left and right. You just got another award at the Omnia Sky Bar.
Yeah.
What was that for?
That was 40 under 40 national icons, actually.
Yeah, bro.
Pretty badass.
It's badass stuff, bro. It sounds cool as hell.
It sounds cool.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, you always. So, how have you grown as a leader over the years?
So, I believe I've become more assertive, and I believe clarity is everything, right? So as I'm becoming a man, I believe that I've been gaining more clarity on who I am, what my vision is, who I want to become, who I want to be for my daughter, and like as you said, the leader that I want to be for the people in my life, right? Things that I think are very necessary when it comes to being a leader, especially a leader for a company. I believe it's very important to know when to pivot. And it's important to not be attached to anything, right? You have the brand. The brand is one thing. The brand lives forever. The brand is part of the legacy. Legacy over everything, you know? The brand is the legacy. But at the end of the day, you have to pivot to market changes, to the different clients that you know you want to attract, right? To even something as shallow as like, oh, well, I know I want to purchase this. I know this is what I envision in my future for me and my daughter. I know I want that ranch property for us. Okay, well, I'm not going to get the ranch property only doing this, right? So I need to expand. I need to get to the next level, right?
When to pivot.
So, yeah, it's just the willingness to pivot, the willingness to not be attached to anything, you know, and just make the necessary changes and communicate those changes with your team, right? You have to communicate those changes with your team, because when you do that, you're telling them, hey, we're doing this now. It's still in the same, you know, I'm not one to jump around everywhere. Everything is still in the same funnel, right? But it's also like, hey, we're doing this because of this. You have to be able to communicate with clarity and with precision. Hey, this is who we are, and this is the necessary next step. This is what we're going to represent moving forward, and this is how I want you to carry yourself, you know? So really being assertive, I think being assertive, communicating with clarity, and not being attached to any past ideas, you know, but the willingness to pivot as well.
Now, I remember you talking about how your business has grown a lot from word of mouth. And now you're pivoting into more of the digital aspects of it. And I've been seeing your ads a lot more pop up on my phone. Like, I'm like, every time I'm like, there's Danny. But what made you make the switch to go from a lot of the, you know, word of mouth and like outdoor marketing to now digital?
I wouldn't say it was a switch. I would say it's practicing what you preach, right?
Okay.
In my book, Take Over the Art and Science of Taking Over Your Market, on multiple podcasts, things like that, I have said too many times, the perfect marketing campaign is a well-balanced marketing campaign where you're doing everything. So, you know, you might see me through my Meta ads, but I'm also running Google ads. I also have billboards live as we speak around the city advertising Toto Marketing. You know, I'll also, when the trucks aren't booked, I'm advertising Toto Marketing on the trucks, driving up and down the strip, you know, driving around Las Vegas, you know. I haven't gotten to producing a CTV ad just yet, but it's something I already have a script written up, and I have a goal to, you know, that's the goal within the next couple of months, is to get our CTV ads live as well. You know what I mean? So it's more about practicing what you preach, you know, and that's what made me go hard in other aspects as well. Realistically, you were right. You know, I was surviving off word of mouth, and, you know, shout out to Las Vegas. You know, you guys really have been doing your thing for me for a long time. So it's a beautiful thing when people vouch for me, you know, and I'm able to get clients because of it. And those clients become retainer clients, or, you know, work with me again in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I do not take any of that shit for granted. You know, it really is a beautiful thing. But at the same time, I just know that if I wanted to attract the corporate clients that who I want to attract with the media buying side of things, I have to go hard with a more well-balanced marketing approach.
Damn, bro, can you get me some brand deals for my YouTube page? Is that something that you?
I mean, I closed a few corporate clients. Toto might be the brand deal.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, facts,
you know what
brother.
I mean?
Facts, bro.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love that. We get to. I really, really enjoy the fact that we get to grow together. Like, when I first met you back in damn near 2020, 2021.
I think it was 2021. Yeah.
Bro, I'm like,
it was like the beginning of 2021.
I was inspired by the things you were doing.
Yeah.
I felt like I did a lot, but like to have you, like, I thought your business was so genius. It's like, okay, you buy it once and then you just rinse
Boom,
and
boom,
repeat,
boom.
bro.
Yeah,
Rinse
yeah,
and
yeah.
repeat. And so like I thought that was amazing. And you always came through on any type of venture that I've like ever. I'm like, Danny, I need you, bro. Yeah, can you? And you're always like, bro, whatever you need, like I got it.
Absolutely.
And so like that shit is so amazing, and I appreciate you for that. Like
No,
just to give you
absolutely.
your flowers, but you're a dad, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What's been the best part of you getting to spend way more time with your daughter?
Well, one, that is a mini me. You know,
Right.
she is the chillest, happiest little baby, but she's also a little bully. You know,
Yeah.
and it's so cool seeing her personality come to light on the day to day. You know, even as simple as like
She's like making noises and moving and doing stuff.
oh,
right
she's
now,
doing
right?
the most.
6 months.
Yeah. She's like, right now compared to 2 months ago, her personality has developed so much, and I see myself in her. When I look at her, in her eyes, I'm just like, oh my god.
It makes you so soft.
I was holding her 2 days ago. When was this? What's today? Thursday? Yeah, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I was holding her, and literally, I was crying, literal tears that were falling onto her,
Oh my god.
praying and just talking to her like I am so proud of the woman you're going to become, you know, because just seeing her, literally I get teared up just thinking about it, you know, but like seeing her personality just come to light more and more every single day.
That's amazing.
Is really such a beautiful, beautiful thing, you know.
Bro. Yeah, man, I love it. My daughter, she's 3 now, and they say that it's terrible twos, bro. That is false.
Dude, and that's how I feel. Like, and obviously my
3 years-
daughter's young.
3 years old, brother.
Oh, it's bad?
It's crazy.
It's crazy?
Bro.
I thought you were going to say I got her on check. You're like,
no,
hell no.
bro. I thought so too. I'm like, oh yeah, she's good. My daughter's super smart. She's doing this, she's doing that, excelling all these milestones and stuff.
Yeah.
And now she's 3. She thinks she's the boss of
Oh
everybody.
my gosh.
And she's just you tell her one thing, she don't like it. She's no, mad, backing up, defensive, don't like yelling, screaming, no. Like I'm like,
You're like, when did this
chill.
happen?
Like my little angel.
Yes.
Dude.
That's so
But
funny.
I love her so much because she's like a Sour Patch Kid. She's sweet, sour.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the beauty of being a parent too, though. It's like, no matter what, you know, our kids get the genetics from the mother and the father, you know, and they're gonna have not just they're good, but they're gonna have their flaws as well.
Yeah, it's all,
you know,
it's all good.
And it's a beautiful thing. I think that's the beauty of being a parent, is loving them so unconditionally that even their flaws or like, you know, their little tantrum, stuff like that, you're just like, I love you so much.
You're just like your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God. So how has now becoming a father, like changed the way you do business? Because now you have to juggle 2 things at once.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yes, but no. I'm very blessed. I work from my phone.
Yeah.
It's a big thing in our custody disputes.
She,
You know, it's so funny. It's like well, what's your work schedule? I'm like, whenever I feel like it.
yeah.
You know, I can have my daughter 24/7. What's up?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
What?
But
Yeah.
I'm very blessed. I work from my phone. You know, I mean, not to talk finances, but the other day I'm literally have my daughter in my hands, and I'm on the phone and on my laptop, and I made more money than most people make in a month in 15 minutes while I'm literally hugging my daughter, walking
That's
around my
fire.
house. You know what I mean?
Fire.
So
subtle flex.
yeah, subtle flex. Yeah, because of child support reasons, I
Man.
can't say any amounts. No, but with that being said, super, super blessed to have the freedom, but I don't want to say just blessed. I've earned the freedom. I've fucking grinded and I built this up, knowing that this was going to happen at some point in my life.
Right.
Knowing I'm going to bring a beautiful child to this earth, and nothing is more valuable than time.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to give her as much of my time as possible.
Yeah.
You know, so like even while still providing, you know. So with that being said, it's been it is a balance, but at the same time, it hasn't been anything crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, most parents have to go to work and then come back and then, you know, and then balance that out. I'm blessed to be able to balance them both out at the same exact time.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know?
I know last time we spoke on Pod, you talked a lot about how as an entrepreneur, you have to have faith.
Mm-hmm.
how has your faith been recently with all the things that you've had to deal with your baby moms and you having to pivot your business into new uncharted waters? And like, what can we talk a little bit about where your faith is at right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my faith is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, let's talk about the business side of things first, right? So I made the pivot of Toto become a media buying agency because I wanted I wanted a smaller amount of qualified clients, right? I would rather have 10 clients that I can give them my all and be running their entire campaigns top to bottom, and I know I can help them be seen, and I know I can elevate them within their industry, compared to having 500 clients in a year, 600 clients in a year, and they're just getting individual services from me. And then now when their overall campaigns don't succeed, they're pointing fingers and this, that, and a third. I'm like, no, if you're gonna blame me for something, I want full control of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anyways, so when I made this pivot, you know, I prayed to God about it, and then June with most businesses is a very slow month, right? So I prayed to God about it, and then come July 5th, I said, hey, God, tomorrow's, you know, the day after June in a business standpoint, because, you know, people don't work, especially in the marketing world. We're very, very laid back industry, you know. So, you know, I prayed, and I was just like, hey, God, I know I feel like I'm creating these mental blockades, and that's why June was so slow, and I'm so stressed out because of what I'm dealing with my, you know, with my child's mother and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Well, then I woke up the very next day with blessings on blessings getting handed to me, you know, because I told him, God, this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. I have the clarity. I have the vision. I know exactly what my goals are. And then it felt like he just continuously was just put the opportunities in front of me. You know what I mean? And it's a very beautiful thing. And regarding the, you know, the situation with my daughter's mother and stuff like that, that is also something that I move with faith, and I just move with grace. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That was good.
I don't, you know, the amount of times that she tries to rage bait me, you know, every time I drop her off, tries to come up with something that I did wrong, you know, and always like, oh, you showed up at 12:03, not 12. Okay, it's called traffic. You know what I mean? Just little things like, you know, I just try to move with grace, try to move with faith.
I seen you just introduced your daughter to the church.
Yes.
Is that was your pop's church, huh?
Yeah. My dad's a pastor at First Baptist Church, the Spanish-speaking side of First Baptist Church, you know. With that being said, that was something that was very important to me and something that took longer than I would have wanted it to. But when it happened, you know, it was very fulfilling.
Nice. And,
it was a beautiful thing. I was very excited about that.
I love that. So you're going to keep your daughter in the church? Is your schedule going to be like every Sunday?
Yeah. I mean, come our trial dates, come after our court date in September. You know, I'll have her more Sundays, and that is definitely ideal. That is definitely part of the plan, is to have her more involved with the church, more involved in faith. You know, but there's also a balance that you have to have. You know what I mean? I think a lot of organized religion leads people astray and makes them live in fear, you know?
Right.
So that was a big problem that I had with her other side of her family, you know? So I want to lead her to live in love and live in abundance, you know? So I think it's still important. It's important to have God's love in your heart, but it's also important to separate your relationship with God and Jesus from the man-made organized religion that has been bestowed upon people a lot too.
That's game.
And
right
church can be used as a tool to build that relationship with God and build that relationship with Jesus. But a lot of times, you know, it leads people astray. Yeah. You know, and people get lost in the sauce.
So the Sunday church is not it's not the most.
It's not a priority.
Yeah, not a priority.
You know, and like I said, her individual relationship with God and her individual relationship with Jesus, and our relationship as a family with me as the leader in her life, my relationship with God and Jesus, and my relationship with her and how I guide her and lead her with love and with abundance, that's more important to me.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, a lot of times, unfortunately, some of the most narcissistic people you know go to church 3 times a week. You know why? Because church lets them justify their actions. You know what I mean? And I don't want her to fall into that pit of victimhood and fear and scarcity,
Mm-hmm.
which I, as somebody who grew up in the church, have witnessed that happen to a lot of people. It's either one or the other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you either live in love and abundance or you live in fear and scarcity.
Yeah.
And I know the way I'm going to lead my daughter, and it's through love and abundance, you
There
know?
it is.
And I don't want other people to influence the latter option.
I get
you know?
that. So right now, what's one of the biggest bottlenecks that you're dealing with?
What do you mean?
I mean, it could be business. It could be
So I didn't know English till I was like 7 years old. So what do you mean by bottlenecks?
bottleneck. Bottleneck is like something that you're like a problem or something that like something that you're having to fix. Like you have to.
I would say, I mean, I try not to control a lot of things in my life. You know, I really do believe that everything's in God's hands, and try to just let go and let God, absolutely, because I've learned that the more you try to fix things and force things, the deeper you can dig yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my custody situation, you know, me and my daughter's mom fighting for, she thinks I don't deserve to be a father, and I just want my daughter to have her mother and her father in her life, 50-50, right down the middle, right? That is really my only problem in my life, but it's not necessarily a problem because I know it's in God's hands, you know?
I feel that, yeah.
It's something that he knows the type of father that I am, that I strive to be. Everybody in my life does, you know. I just had 15 kids over at my house for a 4th of July barbecue.
Nice.
I'm Uncle Danny to every single one of them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't, it's all in God's hands.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I try not to worry about things that I can't control. Things that I can control that might be issues is, let's say within the business, is creating the systems, outreach, client outreach when they show interest, following up, making sure that things get done. I only stress about the things that I know I can control and I can change. And in this day and age with all these resources, nothing is that difficult.
Right.
So I don't stress too much.
Out. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even before coming here, I had to go send my truck out on the strip.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Drive down to the strip, program it, boom, boom, boom. Go hit the road,
happen.
big dog.
Make it happen, bro.
Make it happen, you know?
So marketing changes every year, bro.
You say what?
Marketing changes every year.
Absolutely.
What's working now?
I think it depends on what industry you're in, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had this talk with people, right? People are like, but TikTok shop. And I'm like, absolutely. If you're selling clothing, if you're selling little trinkets and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
if you're selling low value tickets, dude, put some ad spend behind a TikTok shop and watch you make money.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing B2B, work on your AI SEO, work on your meta ads, work on your outdoor advertising, things like that. I think it really depends on what the goals for your organization are. Every single industry is going to have different things that maybe they should lean towards a little bit more. I still believe in a full balance campaign,
Yeah.
but maybe, things that you should lean into a little bit more,
If we're talking restaurant business.
That's when you need a well-balanced. Let's say in
Okay.
the restaurant industry,
Yeah.
I think you need a well-balanced campaign.
If we're looking at hospitality.
Hospitality, yes. I think you need a well-balanced campaign because how many restaurants I know that have had every single influencer, food influencer in Las Vegas come into their restaurant, and then it's still, that didn't convert into anything because they were putting too much value behind social media impressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
As we've talked about before, you and I
Impressions.
personally, impact over impressions.
Right.
So having a well-balanced campaign is how you do that, right? So with that being said, balance, man. Balance is key.
I like
As
that you say
Thanos
that.
said, perfectly balanced is all things should be.
Yeah. And you're saying balance as in like if you have a company like a restaurant,
Yeah.
they have the influencer. They see the influencer, and then they're driving down the street and then see the billboard.
Yes,
and
yes.
Then they see,
So let me break it down
then
from
they
the
hear you on
beginning
the-
so that I
hear
can
you on the
explain
radio.
because I should have explained that better. Yes. So what I mean by a well-balanced campaign is you're running meta ads, you're running Google ads, you do have influencer marketing, you have a great content team for your social media, you're running outdoor advertising, And if the budget sees fit, you're running CTV ads as well. You know, because right there I just did 6, you know. So let's say you're including a billboard truck and billboards. 7 touch points to embed your message into people's subconscious. So when they think, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I want Panda Express. You know what I mean? Or whatever your restaurant is. You know, so that's what I mean by well balanced. That doesn't mean that you have to allocate the same amount of budget towards each advertising outlet. That does not mean that.
Yeah.
You know,
But
you
those
might
touch
want to
points
put
are
more
important.
ad spend behind your Meta than you are in your Google ads or whatever, or vice versa, right? Every single restaurant specifically might be different. You know, you might want to not spend as much on influencer marketing because you want to have a digital billboard presence within your market.
Yeah.
Right? So what I mean by balance, I mean like doing it all.
Yeah.
But the budget in between each individual advertising outlet is going to differ.
Yeah.
Depending on your goals and depending on location, so many factors.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Literally. So what's one trend that entrepreneurs are wasting time on, in your opinion?
That's tough. That's
You
tough.
You know what I see?
Yeah. What do you think?
Chasing hooks.
Okay.
I know how hooks are important because you want to get the stop. However, like,
I know.
you know what I mean?
This.
Like,
Yes.
that's kind of like a trend that is popping off right now.
Well,
It's
well,
like,
and here's the issue. If you get me in with a hook, but then in the 2.5 seconds in, I see that you used a hook to get me in and your video has nothing to do with it, I'm going to scroll anyways.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to feel disrespected.
Like,
you
what
know
is
what
that?
I mean? I'll be like, oh, okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
You weren't going in the direction of the hook at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think it depends, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Chasing hooks, especially to just have to use them to reel them in, and then you just completely fucking switch directions. You know,
Right.
I come the 2 second mark, the 3
'Cause
second mark.
I'm trying to figure out, because for me, in my social media campaigns and what I'm doing right now is a lot of volume on one page, and then a lot of more of a building my personal brand on the other page, which is showing some of the day-to-days and then the behind the scenes of my business. But like, soon we're going to be pushing an offer to help authors become authors in 21 days, build their brand authority, and build their credibility in their marketplace.
Yes.
So now I'm like, okay, we need to come up with a marketing strategy that's going to make sense for a cold audience, somebody who doesn't know who we are, because I think when we start pushing this stuff out, we're going to get the warm market, especially with a lot of the outreach that we're going to have to put in place. But getting somebody to stop where they are and get interested in what we have to offer, what do you think would be something that would be smart for us to look into and to do?
So
if we want somebody to get into our funnel and
one, I think, the lead needs to be qualified, right? I think you guys should be targeting people that consider themselves the leaders within their industry, because they need to have a reason to release the book, right? Obviously, people always say it's a numbers game. Yes, absolutely, it is a numbers game. But at the end of the day, 98% of people are not interesting enough to even have a fucking book. You know what I mean? So
sadly,
so like realistically, I think it's important that you find the leaders within specific industries. Maybe make a list of the industries that you want to target, and it could be very niche. You could be like, oh, who's the leader in HVAC? Oh, who's the leader in garage doors? Who's the leader in you know what I mean?
Didn't even think about
HVAC
or garage
doors. You know what
yet.
I mean? The very niche things.
Yeah, very niche.
Who's leaders that are attorneys?
Yeah.
In these industries that have money, make money,
Right.
but they're also high competition.
Right.
Very highly competitive
And
industries.
they tend to look very similar.
They tend to look very similar. So how
you don't
how can you help them stand out? A book is the number one way you can help them stand out from their competitors.
Not only a book, podcast episode, interviews, speaking on stage. I think these are the things that we've been building as a community. Like we have our own like we have our community that we serve, but we have a network that we kind of like work within. And like in that community, we tend to want to build authority, market, sell, and give value to as many people as possible.
Absolutely. And the people that are willing to as well, because that's the hard part.
Yeah.
People that are willing to. And literally, I think a relationship with us and like the community we build and the Rise and Connect, you know, there's hundreds, if not thousands of people out there that just meeting us, you know, like they're out there grinding by themselves, grinding.
Yeah.
Just meeting us could help make that pivot in their lives that makes them the leader within their industry. You know?
That is something that I'm trying to like conceptually like get out of, like extract from me. It's like
translate.
Translate. Yeah, it's like,
much,
dude, if you just got into this ecosystem, you would go from here to here. And there's you know, there's individuals in levels that I'm still trying to reach, but
and there always will be.
I think even those people can be helped by what we have going on.
Oh, absolutely.
On a larger scale. So
well, it's funny you say that because, man, you know how many boomers I want to take under my wing because yes, they're making money, they have capital because they built a established business, has been in business for 30 years.
Yeah.
But I'm like, hey man, let me put you on a couple podcasts. Let me help you write a book. Let me help you speak at these events with the younger generation, you know, that presence at these events.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, it's legacy over everything.
It's legacy.
You, like, this is a way that you can leave a stamp on the universal timeline. You know, like, what are the... You want to be on your grandkids' bookshelf and be like my father,
my grandfather did this. Yeah.
You know, like
absolutely.
now we're passing down the knowledge, the information, the actual. You know, sometimes I sat with a lot of 65-year-olds. Like they may not be able to leave money and a bunch of things, but maybe they can leave you know, knowledge, a story, a framework,
wisdom,
structure.
Absolutely.
Even the stories, like we just wrote a book for a lady. Is a poem book.
Oh, nice.
And it was through years. She was 64, and it was years of her writing poems in her poem book, and it was like 150 pages of poems, and it's poems about her past friendships, about love, about. I'm like, this is amazing.
That's awesome.
It's called Love Has Many Faces.
That's beautiful.
Linda Welch, bro.
Okay, okay. And it's already released or not yet?
No, it's not released yet, but it should be on Amazon, I think, of last week.
Awesome.
So
here's something that I don't know if you guys are doing or not, you know, but something that we should consider, if not, and that I would love to help just because I love doing stuff like this, is helping people with book launch parties once their books are launched.
Yes. I love that idea.
Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Ours was successful, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I sold almost like 10 books.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually.
Did you come to mine? Did you come to my show? I don't think so.
The show? No, I didn't. For your birthday?
Yeah.
Because our birthdays are around the same time. So
no, it's fine. Hey, cut. I'm leaving. No, just kidding.
But,
no, because I did my release party during the 8th annual Vibes in the Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Dude, I literally am planning my 30th birthday.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do?
Pt.2 in DR. You should come.
How long? I got to figure out my schedule with my daughter.
In December.
You know, but yeah, I know. But that's my birthday too, motherfucker. Well, it depends on the dates, damn it.
I know.
No, that sounds like a good time. I'm going to Mexico in September for a bachelor party, and I'm like, let's fucking get it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm at that point where, like, you know, when I don't have my daughter, I want to travel, and because traveling creates experiences. Experiences create character.
Yeah.
And we're only 30, bro. We're developing into the man that we're going to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to become the best man possible for my daughter, and I really genuinely think that's part of the equation.
Yeah, needing to
experiencing
travel,
as much as I can outside of this country. so that I can become the most well-rounded individual for her.
I like that you say that, bro, because I feel that. And I have not done as much travel as I need to.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
But we're so young too, bro.
Yeah.
We're so young.
I was broke all my 20s, so.
Yeah, I get
I,
that. I
like,
get it.
I
I
got-
was wild.
I got a
I
little-
wasn't
I got a little
broke,
bread
but I
now.
I was just hitting all the basic ass fucking. Oh, let's go to Miami. Oh, let's go to fucking
Yeah,
LA.
yeah.
Fucking lame. Fucking lame. I'm
Yeah.
glad I did it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But
yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, man, for so much cheaper, I could have gone to Colombia.
Facts.
You know,
Cheaper.
found myself a cooler
Cheaper is
baby
the word.
mama.
Man.
Oh, I'm going. Like I said, I'm going to Mexico in September. I'm coming back with a real Mexican wife.
You're like, fuck, bro. No, that's fire. Like, travel is definitely something that's on my bucket list. So,
No, let me know the details though. Absolutely. Are you planning on getting like a villa and stuff? And
yeah, I want to do an all-inclusive adult hotel.
okay,
And yeah, bro.
that sounds freaky.
I'm
That
rock out-
sounds
bro,
freaky.
I'm literally trying to rock out with my cock out, bro.
Yeah, it's your
I'm like,
30th.
I'm turning 30, bro. I'll be naked the whole trip.
Oh shit. Okay, as long as it's not a hostel or whatever.
Right?
No,
No, but
We'll be all right.
we'll keep it PG-13.
Yes, please.
Until the sun goes down.
No, that's cool though. Like I said, count me in. I'm down.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. Like, yeah. No, but I think like I said, I think you guys have an amazing offer. I think I was talking to my brother about this, right? Because I post a lot of social media content, this, that, and a third. But with that being said, at the end of the day, I also, a lot of my clients, like I said, I'm targeting corporations. Corporations aren't on social media like that.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So with that being said, I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, but you have to understand, today's corporations aren't. But maybe tomorrow's $4 trillion AI company has some 20-year-old that's in the middle of his startup, and he's on social media, and that's how he found me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I think, the offers that you guys offer and the offer that we offer over at Toto Marketing, the offers that we offer, I think it's just about time that they all coincide and just are in such alignment
Yeah.
that we take a young man that has a fucking $4 billion valuation on
And
AI, and we're like, hey, we're
Yeah.
about to make you the biggest star in the history of the world.
Yeah. Go
You know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that happening, bro. Because,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we all kind of, have very, similar things. And then also, with us having this offer, it goes from webinar to a very strategic event hosted by Rise and Connect. So now we are in the space where it's like, I want to start monetizing Rise and Connect in a way that you're paying for more value.
Absolutely.
Not just, you can come to the free events and get a shit ton of value. But if you want to get the personalized strategic plan, the resources, the
Yeah,
actual,
you're paying for that.
You pay for it, and because you pay attention to what you pay for.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, we've had a lot of people that
Well,
came to their
But
our free
here's
events.
the thing. Here's the catch, though. Here's where the value is. The better we become, we don't even need to bring other people in to charge. You know what I mean? The better we become. I make $500 million. Okay. Well, you want to come because I be talking game at these events.
Yeah.
But you want to come get the game that just made me $500 million? Pay $200. Who
Yeah.
cares? You're going to.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting you on a game. Same with you. It's like, hey, we've made 1,000 people authors in the last year. Okay, sounds good. Okay, I'm willing to pay to see the knowledge of making people authors, not just becoming an author, but making people authors. You know what I mean? So the better we become within our crafts, the easier it'll be for us to monetize.
I feel that. I like that.
You know what
a
I
lot.
mean?
Yes.
So I think if we just focus on becoming the best businessmen and men that we can overall, I think the monetization is going to come naturally.
That's fire.
No matter what.
So we keep it the events low ticket as possible, free to very low ticket. Now, what do you think about having a free event and then the day after having a mastermind or a workshop? That's more
I like
high
that.
ticket.
I like that because, then you use the event to sell the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you get to see who's serious.
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of people don't want to commit to anybody for 2 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's good because we see who's serious.
Yeah, that's
as
facts.
well.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now, yeah, bro. You gonna drop some courses or community soon?
So I do want to drop courses. Like I said, same thing. I don't want to say I'm humble because I fucking have been told the opposite.
Fuck what they say, bro.
Yeah, fuck what they say. But at the same time, I want to become the best version of myself before I put myself out there and say, hey, what I have to offer to you is so valuable that it's worth X amount of money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm also not here I got too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do something that I'm just selling for $25, $50, $100. If I'm selling you a course, it's going to change your life and you're going to pay me $5,000 for it.
Yes.
Because I'm going to be so confident in its ability to change your life if you execute accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So absolutely, I do plan on it, but I'm just in the process of becoming the person that I know can provide that kind of value that somebody, a potential, a fellow entrepreneur can extract from it and be like, oh, I just went from $10K a month to $100K a month.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to build the system to to have a really, really seamless workshop like that.
Absolutely. And not only that, it's just like I said, I'm not here to bullshit anybody.
Yeah.
I'm always going to keep it a buck, And if I can on paper, communicate to somebody top to bottom, hey, this is how you can go from $10,000 a month in your agency to $150,000 a month in your agency. Pay me $10,000, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Then absolutely. And I think I can do that, but I'm just growing.
So let's extract some of that game right now. If you were to build a personal brand from scratch today, starting from zero, how would you do it? Build and scale a personal brand.
I'd probably get on legacy over everything.
There it is. Yes, sir.
Let's see. Okay, so from scratch, what niche are we talking?
If you wanted to be if you're a marketer and you go to UNLV, bro, you're freaking fresh to the game.
You're a kid.
You're trying to, you're a kid. You're 21.
Trying to make a name for yourself in the marketing game.
And you need to build a personal brand to market yourself to companies, to, because there's multiple ways. You can get hired by a company or you can be a contractor.
Here's the thing. One of my favorite things that I live by, I would give knowledge away for free.
Oh.
Educate people.
As you learn.
Educate people as you learn. And then what that does is that positions you as somebody educated within the industry. It might not position you as the leader in the industry because you don't have the case studies just yet, right? Mm-hmm. But you're definitely in the industry, embedded in the industry because you're educating people about the industry, right? So educating people about the industry, easiest way to go about that right now, social media. Make videos, just you and the camera talking. Hey, this is what your ad creative should look like. Boom, boom, boom. Top 3 tips for launching an ad creative. Blah blah blah. Right. Stuff like that. It can go on and on. Right.
Yeah.
As you start to gain a little bit of traction, as far as people start knowing you. That's the guy that educates people with marketing.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. The 1, 2, 3, the 1 through 10s. 10 best ways.
Exactly.
All those things.
Or with the hooks, this is what everybody in marketing is doing wrong. Boom. You know what I mean? Giving away education for free on a topic or on an industry is how you embed yourself within the industry. Because now people know you for that industry, and then you have a online digital resume that shows that you know what you're talking about before you get the actual clients to create the case studies. You know what I mean?
Name, image, likeliness.
Yes.
They start to see your face, know you for a certain thing.
Yes.
And then
they start to correlate you with that, right? Okay. And then now you might ask, okay, well, how do you get your first client from that? Unfortunately, maybe you take your first gig for free. Take your first gig for free.
Because you need case studies.
But make it incentive based.
Mm-hmm.
Say I'll work for the first month for free, running your ads or doing this, doing that. But if we see at least a 8%, 10% increase in revenue, I want to be put on a 3-month retainer for X amount of money. You know what I mean? And then then now you have your case study. And then you might do that for 2 or 3 people. Now you have 3 case studies, and you just increase their revenue by 10%, over a quarter, all 3 of them. And now you're able to go to a potentially paying client and you hit them with the, okay, hey, I did this for this company, and this company. I charge $2,500 a month in retainer, and let's say 5%, 10% of your ad spend to run your ads, or to run whatever your budget is, within the marketing industry, right? And I think that's how you get going.
That's
right?
fire.
And then now you're making a name for yourself. You have case studies. You have clients that are vouching for you. You're making a name for yourself within the industry.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you hit up Adam and write a book.
Would you be willing to mentor early students to the game of marketing?
Yes, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. I've had people ask me. I've had older heads ask me for me to mentor them, actually. And, I didn't really know what number to bring up, and stuff like that, as far as, monetizing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you bring this up, because one of my goals, and I think you'll really like this. And you might have to, I just think you'll really like this. I have my boy Gas at Gas Station Studios. He was doing this, probably still is doing this, created a curriculum for kids, teaching them how to do videography, photography, music engineering, music production, music recording, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And it was like 6-week programs or something along those lines, maybe 2-month programs, where he's doing actual different classes every single day, teaching the youth of Las Vegas. What was really cool about creating a curriculum like this, one, the state or the city or the county finds the students for you.
Mm-hmm.
2, dependence on the curriculum that you create, the state pays you for those kids to teach those kids. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, however long your curriculum is, they get a certificate saying they are Pro
Tool certified.
Yeah. Toto Marketing certified. Whatever it may be.
Digital marketing certified.
Media buying certified would be what it is, through Toto Marketing. So my goal is, that's one of my goals that I want to do. One, I love giving back to the youth. Kids are our future.
Now, you saying kids, but what about a UNLV college student?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by kids.
Okay, yeah.
I'm 30 now, bro.
Kids.
I'm 30
they call
now,
you
man. Yeah. I'm unk as fuck. I know you're still in your 20s, homie, but I'm
29.
Yeah, that's what I mean by kids. 21, 22, 20.
Okay, yeah.
Because a lot of them afterwards come do an internship.
Internship.
Yeah, a lot of them afterwards come do an internship. Stuff like that. Sorry, my truck's on the road, so.
Huh. Because, bro, I actually need to do this today. Mm-hmm. I not only need to do my passport information and shit, but I need to go apply for this next semester at UNLV. I
feel like you're never going to be done with school.
Bro, never. I should have took some summer classes. I didn't. Either way, I really enjoy being a student at UNLV because of the resources and I think I could...
The benefits that come with it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I think I can actually add a lot of value to some of the students as
absolutely.
Well.
Absolutely.
So I'm like...
You're unk to them.
Yeah. I need to figure out what I would want to implement. I got a guy that I interviewed. He was running the 100 Black Men cohort on campus, and they do events every week, and they'll bring in speakers. And I was like, well, let me come and be a speaker. Couldn't find a date that worked, but either way, I'm like, maybe I can create an RSO where we do something that is reoccurring that can not only help us grow, but also teach a lot of these new kids that are interested in these topics.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, and that's the thing. It's at the end of the day, like I said, spreading your experience and your knowledge, and that's priceless. That's what the Lord wants us to do out here on this earth, right? Secondly, you're giving them certificates that they can take to go into these other jobs.
Yeah.
Thirdly, you're refining your own skills because
teaching.
the best way to learn is by teaching.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Half the time when I'm talking to you, I just say shit. I'm like, oh, wait, that was smart as fuck, huh? You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, you're right. I am right, huh? That was somewhere in my fucking head.
Yeah.
No, but that's just how it is. There's a lot of value in it. So one of the things I want to do as Toto expands, I want to, I'm looking into getting a giant warehouse space, and there's a few endeavors I want to work out of there. One of them is I do want to teach a curriculum to kids about marketing, individual ones, right? Marketing, media buying, advertising, like the psychology of advertising. It literally would be a whole semester's worth of
I get it.
You know what I mean?
There's personal brand.
Yes.
There's media buying.
Yes.
There's digital marketing. There's like you said, outdoor.
There's the psychology of advertising.
If today's conversation challenged you, inspired you, or made you think differently, don't let it stop here. Legacy Over Everything is more than just a podcast. It's a movement. It's centered around family, entrepreneurship, leadership, financial literacy, and building something that outlives us. Every conversation is meant to leave you with one question. What legacy am I building? If you're committed to being a better partner, a better parent, entrepreneur, a leader, or simply a better person, you're in the right place. Subscribe, share this episode with someone that you care about, and join us as we build legacy over everything. Even a psychology of marketing.
Psychology of branding in itself. That's very powerful.
Bro, there's a lot of
because, for example, Toto is a grape purple color. That's our main brand color because people's brains automatically correlate that to luxury, to high end.
Luxury and royalty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's, creating your brand guidelines and everything. That is its own course in itself.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Creating brand, I think that's what I was saying. I think Rise and Connect needs a brand guideline booklet, something that's we can
It does.
Here.
We need to sit down one of these days.
Map that, because it's so easy to be able to have that in your back pocket and be like, oh, you're looking for events? Well, I also have this as a company that I work with.
Here's the thing too, is when you have your brand guidelines, it's your visual language, your colors, your fonts, all that shit, and then you have your media kit. And then you have your website, right? I talked about this to somebody yesterday. It makes it so much easier let's talk about future of marketing, right? It makes it so much easier to use your AI to market, right? Because you're speaking your company's language into the AI, and then you're asking it for something.
Yeah.
Why do you think everybody's whack-ass AI flyers all look the same? They all look like regurgitated bullshit, right? Why? Because these people don't have brand guidelines. They don't have websites. They don't have an actual brand behind it. They're saying, hey, I'm doing this event. Put this together. And it's just putting together bullshit, right? But when you're feeding your AI with your guidelines, with your media kit, with your website, you're feeding it the language that it needs to speak. I make a lot of content with AI, but my shit looks fire. Why? Because I'm teaching my AI the language that it needs to speak. And that is the language of Toto Marketing.
Yeah.
And once it does that, once it has that in its system, it's like fucking just working. It's working, and it's working well.
Free game. And then it remembers what it's made in the past, and it'll upgrade.
Yes, absolutely.
Upgrade. Yeah, that's...
Well, what's cool as fuck, bro? I just recently got a Tesla, and I have this is besides the point, but it's not besides the point. And it's got Grok built into it.
I love it.
So I've devoted...
I can't wait to get my Tesla, brother. I'm getting one.
Bro, it's so fucking clutch. So I've devoted my car's Grok to only speak Toto Marketing. Like, my ChatGPT on my phone has got everything. Dumbass questions where you're like, is this guy fucking retarded? I'd be like, hey, is my faucet to the right red? Or is it when it's to the right, is it hot? And to the left, just stupid shit. But then court law shit. It's got everything, right? But then when you look at, when you listen to my Grok in my Tesla, it is devoted towards only Toto Marketing because that is the only language I wanted to speak.
I feel that.
And then now I don't even listen to music while I'm driving. I'm just talking to my fucking Grok. The whole time.
The whole time, just mapping out ideas.
I'll literally be like, hey, Grok, so I have a meeting with this chicken wing restaurant tomorrow, and they want to do this, this, and this. What do you think the best way to pitch this retainer and this retainer? Does it make sense for me to pitch this retainer with this percentage of ad spend, or am I lowballing myself? And it'll be like, ba 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 ba.
And it talks back.
Absolutely.
You're obviously in the car.
Yeah. It's talking.
That's so
I'm having full conversations, hour-long drives.
Oh.
Bro, my Grok in my car is literally my personal assistant. I'm literally going to leave here and have a full conversation with it and be like, okay, I'm going to go get some food after this. And then I'm going to be like, okay, so tomorrow I have a meeting with so-and-so, right? I don't want to say because big corporations.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I have a meeting with so-and-so. They want to book this, but do you think I should also try to slide in selling them on this as well?
Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
And see what it's talking about.
Do you know what I mean?
That's so fire. So
Bro.
Wait, does Grok, when you sign up for Grok on in your Tesla, do you use a free version or are you paying?
Right now I'm using a free version.
Do they have a paid version?
I don't think so.
I
I was with my little nephew. I've never driven a Tesla before, so I just took him a ride around the block. And I hadn't seen the Grok one yet pop up, the logo, So I was like, huh, what's that? I clicked on it. I said, oh, shit, I thought I had to pay for this. It just came with it.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's so dope, bro. And obviously,
I'm getting more and more sold on Teslas every single day.
Bro, it's fucking worth it.
But the thing is, I have no car payment right now. Okay. I do need a new car.
Never mind.
I
had no car payment and I just got it, but it's because my car is guzzling me $1,000 a month. I had a truck, bro.
I was like, yeah, he's
$1,000 a month on fucking gas.
He's cooked.
I was like, bro, I might as well fucking just get a Tesla,
yeah.
Make the payment, and insurance will be less than this shit.
Yeah.
Like Jesus fucking Christ, and I charge it at the crib, so it's like I'll think about it later. You know what I mean? But no, absolutely, it's not
even. Did you get the
Y
or you get the 3?
I got the 3, Model 3.
The new one or the older one?
I have a 2023, so it has self-driving. I have self-driving. I have the summon mode, which I don't know if you know what that is.
Summon it, you could just pull it up to the front.
I
you
cannot
call it right now, it'd be outside.
Bro, I cannot wait to be on a date with a shorty. Cannot wait to be on a date with a shorty.
That's so player.
And summon my fucking car to the front of the restaurant.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, I've been thinking about it. I'm like celibate right now and shit, but I'm just like, I'm just like, I need to find me a nice, because I live in Henderson now. I need to find a nice little good Henderson woman.
Good Henderson
and summon
woman.
that shit. Or I'm going to Central Church for my first time this Sunday because it's right by my house. And I don't know that many people in Henderson. So I'm trying to like meet more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I want to go to Central Church, see who I meet. I might have summon mode pull up. Boom. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, Adam.
Yeah, bro. Danny's so player, y'all. Hell yeah, bro.
I can't wait, bro. I really can't wait. But no, it's definitely worth it. But yeah, going back to what we were saying, right? Like as marketing is changing and stuff, like you said, it is free game that I give. I love spitting knowledge, right? I love telling people, putting people on game because I've taken so many L's in my fucking life to be disinformed and shit. You know what I mean?
So have I.
You know what? That's the name of the game, bro.
Yeah.
You can't get the knowledge without taking the L's.
Yeah, man.
At the end of the day,
they're like, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, you know. But at the end of the day, so let's say, like I said, you motherfuckers with your ghetto-looking ass AI flyers.
Yeah.
Feed your AI, your website, your brand guidelines, and your media kit so that their AI flyers can actually be customized to your brand. If you don't have that, that should be priority. You shouldn't even be doing fucking anything until you have that. If you're looking to build something sustainable long-term in the future, you should have your brand guidelines, your website, and your media kit. Done. Ready to go. And then you feed that into your AI. And then now your AI knows the language that you're speaking. And then that's how you build things that are customizable to your brand, and you don't look like you're just copying everybody else's flyers, making this regurgitated bullshit, you know?
He's speaking facts.
And I'm sorry if I'm angry. I'm just fucking tired of looking at those fucking AI flyers, bro. And mine are AI too, but they fucking...
Yeah, they make sense to the brand.
They make sense. You know what I mean?
Logo on it. It's everything that you need.
It just looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, man, like I said, I mean, after this, I want us to talk about, well, it depends on the time. Oh, yeah, we got time. I want us to talk about the,
Executive dinners?
huh?
Executive dinner?
Executive dinner. Yes, we're going to be launching an executive dinner line. We're going to launch the first one soon, Rise and Connect Executive Dinner, but we'll be doing them consistently.
That sounds good.
Definitely stay tuned. I think this will be really cool. It'll be very exclusive invites to people that we know belong in the rooms together, in restaurants that we know are very high end, and that they deserve our support within the Las Vegas community.
Yeah, because that's a big thing too.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's why I called you about the one that I checked out.
That makes sense, bro.
Best food I had in a fucking minute.
Yeah. No business.
No business. And I'm just like, they deserve 60 people in here. They deserve 70 people. It's the best food I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
They were sweethearts. They were kind, and I'm just like, how can I help you guys still benefit from this? I told them, I don't want to make any money off this. I just want this to, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to get that, what's the word? I guess the line a year, to get the executive dinners going.
Yeah.
I think the first one is going to be sick.
Yes.
And then we just go from there.
Like a series of...
series.
Yeah,
yes,
series,
executive dinner. Rise and Connect executive dinner.
I like that.
Series.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? At the table, at one of the tables, it'll be me, you, Elijah, and Dana.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
this is good, bro.
From there, I already have a couple people in my head that I'm like, okay, I want these people coming. It's just people that belong in their group, people that belong in the room with each other, and restaurants that deserve for those people that belong in the room together to support those restaurants. The local Las Vegas restaurants.
Yes.
In a time where the margins in the restaurant business are so minute, it's fucking a tough industry to survive in, bro.
Yeah, that's fact, especially in the summer. Now, Think and Grow Rich talks about having a mastermind group that you can always go and lean on. You can ask questions, you can bounce ideas off of, and it's so important to conceptualize your ideas with like-minded individuals so that you're not telling somebody you're not telling somebody who is a weed in the garden.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're actually we're trying to cultivate a group of people that you water me, I water you, we grow together. So these executive dinners are gonna be
how we really create that.
Yeah.
And it could be something as simple as a WhatsApp group chat with everybody involved, you know, and it's like, hey, if you want to be a part of the Rise and Connect, Rise and Connect Mastermind group, join this.
And we continue to just add to that same group chat.
Yeah, and then everybody provides value. Hey, this is an offer that I'm offering. Let me know. Hey, I'm looking for somebody that's a videographer. Any videographers in here? It's almost also going to be a a referral network.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need podcast guests? Hey, anybody looking to be boom boom? Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Fire.
And I think the executive dinners are best because they're not really networking events, right? It's going to be people showing up with their people, eating, chilling. Yeah. Maybe we'll make some introductions around the room, stuff like that. But for the most part, I think that can be the perfect place to launch it. Like, hey, everybody, enjoy your dinner. Do what you need to do. With that being said, if you want to be a part of the Rise and Connect Mastermind, let us know. There's the sign-up sheet over there, and we're gonna be
should airdrop them a QR code or some shit.
Yeah, airdrop or just have QR codes at the at each table.
Yeah.
And then from there, be like, hey, this is pretty much a referral network for your business. Yeah. It's gonna be us bouncing ideas off each other. This is the younger, because I'm in groups like that on WhatsApp, but it's all like old heads. I'm like the only young cat. You know what I mean? So I think this is us of our generation really doing it and being like, dude, imagine 10 years of this shit.
Yeah.
Imagine 10 years of us feeding into each other.
Yeah. Money. Danny, where can people find you, brother?
You want my home address? No, I'm kidding. So my Instagram handle is Calderin Danny, CalderinDanny. And then the Toto Marketing handle is Toto Marketing, TOTO Marketing _ I'm mainly on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, pretty much looking up the same stuff. Just look up my name, stuff like that. And then our website, marketingtoto.com. Don't ask me why it's Toto Marketing in reverse. I'll get pissed off.
Yes, sir.
But thank you for having me, my brother.
I appreciate you for coming in, bro.
Of course.
Make sure you guys follow Legacy Over Everything podcast, the LOE pod, on all social media platforms.